Welcome back to the verdict, gentlemen. I can imagine that several situation rooms will be buzzing by now because
both physical and virtual.
Yeah, because almost everywhere you turn now, people are expecting results to trickle in those areas. For instance, we understand that INEC has just announced that collation will begin by 5 p.m. in Bayelsa. But at the moment, we also understand that some youths of Ohaji Egbema in Imo State were not allowed to vote, and so they are protesting at the moment there concerning what they think transpired. But Bauchi is not left out as well.
Yes, Bauchi is not left out. Elections are currently happening in Majida-E in Bauchi State, and we're also expecting that results on collation process will go on in other areas where elections have taken place. We're also expecting to hear results from Bogoro and in Das. Very important for that matter. We also have collation going on in Edo and in Anambra State.
But Enugu was clear earlier on. What about Anambra?
Well, Anambra, apparently, collation is ongoing at this moment. The hope for me is just everything will just be as peaceful as we have in Adamawa.
So these are the pictures in Bauchi. These are the pictures in Majida in Bauchi where elections are still taking place.
Okay, so the thing about Yola North, where we saw some of those images going on in terms of the collation, let's get to our correspondent who's there, Larry Lasisi, to tell us what's going on. Hello, Larry. Now, yes, we did see those images and heard what was transpired. Could you just give us the context? What exactly was going on there?
I'm here in Yola North local government, a collation center where the results from the 11 wards are being collated, and that's been going on for a while. We just had Yelwa come in. Unfortunately, there were some issues raised, and that led to the collation officer having to leave. There was an agreement discussion that he should leave, go back, look at the figures again with the presiding officers from some particular polling units where the issues arose. So he's gone back. But right now they're about to do that of Al-Kalawa. I hope that I got that pronunciation right. Al-Kalawa local government ward. And that is being done right now. But I have with me here an accredited observer who's been here for a while, Mark Dito, and he's going to be talking to us. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Can you tell me when you got here?
I've been here since yesterday, around 11 p.m. in the night. Been here since 11 p.m.
What's been the process? What's the process?
Right. The counting, or rather the collection of the vote from the various wards started actually. I was here when it all started, and it has been smooth actually. We had some throughout the night, and this morning the rest of the results have been coming in. There is no any challenge of discrepancies either from the party agent to the INEC officials or the returning officers.
You're satisfied with the process, though?
Yeah, so far the process is clean, and is everybody is satisfied because the agents of the parties are also responding very well. Anywhere they see some certain areas, they just ask questions, and gladly the returning officers have been able to clarify all issues, and there was no issue in this particular place.
Thank you very much. Well, that was Mark there giving us an update. You observe it's a very small hall. And so we're having to try and not disturb and disrupt the process going on here. But I can tell you that we have security outside the premises, the armed security officials outside to kind of provide some security for the collation center. And even the street, there is at the top of the street to the bottom of the street, just trying to make sure that everything goes on. But the concentration here are these figures. These figures are the ones that are being collated for the presidential, the Senate, and the House of Representatives. From here, it will then be moved to the state INEC office where the local governments will be coming in. Each local government will come in and will be collated there before the final results for the presidency or presidential election will be sent to Abuja, while that of the state will be taken care of here. We'll be here to keep monitoring the process as the election goes on.
Okay, so Larry, at the moment, other than that one in Alkawa, where he's gone back to check all of those, do the people have any other reason to raise further objections?
Well, the gentleman presenting now, apparently there were some issues with his own results that he brought in, and they had to have a discussion even before he commenced his presentation. The agreement now is that there is one of the elections, one of the three being disputed. So they've agreed that he should present the two that it appears they agreed on, because some of the agents raised an observation that they were not given that result and cannot certify that result. So that's going to be handled. But they all agreed here that he can present the two that they agree with, and then we'll go back to that one that is disputed.
All right, Larry, we appreciate that. So yes, we know you're trying not to distract them, and rightly so too, because that is a very crucial task that they've got on their hands. Thank you very much indeed, Larry Lasisi. But then one imagines Majida B ward. They haven't gotten to this stage yet.
No, they haven't gotten. They're still voting in Majida in Bauchi, and it is interesting to know that yesterday the pictures that we saw was that of Tafawa Balewa in Bauchi State also, with that huge crowd, and the electoral officials hadn't gotten there, INEC officials hadn't gotten there. So I can imagine that it's a spread. That is why Majida E is right now conducting the elections that ought to have been concluded by now, possibly maybe having collation going on in for all the local government areas, including Bogoro and in Das, in Tafawa Balewa, in Bauchi Central, in just about everywhere. You know, so these are the pictures that we have. The pictures that we have electoral officials going through the process, people also voting as we speak right now. This is coming from Bauchi State.
All right, so let's just find out from everyone what they think, because, Prof, looking at this whole scenario and the way it's turning out, do you expect the results, overall results, to come in tomorrow? But certainly, I'm not sure if you expect it today.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Do you expect the results to come through tomorrow or when?
Well, that's actually our expectation. If it goes too far, it shouldn't go beyond Tuesday, because the earlier the better, so that it doesn't begin to affect the credibility of the outcome. And the longer it takes for the results to be released, you know, the more people begin to impute some considerations to it. And remember also that most of these results are unofficially in the media because of the policy of the INEC to have the results displayed at the polling units. So you find, if you open your phone now, lots and lots of results. Some may even be fake.
Let me find out from gentlemen here, Prof, if
but lots of the results are out there. So the earlier it...
Yeah, I apologize, Prof. I need to bring it back here. Gentlemen, do you expect the results tomorrow? Or from what you've seen, could it be a little longer than you expect?
I don't see why we shouldn't have the results tomorrow, except for the few places that we have that there have been problems. So if in INEC tabulation, those places, we don't know where they are going to hold the election in some of those places that INEC have said, though. For instance, in Port Harcourt and a couple of places. Okay. Otherwise, if it's because of this merging that we are seeing, we are not sure that it's so widespread. Okay. There's something they might be able to tabulate.
When do you expect the results?
I think Tuesday may be likely as getting about 80–90% of the results. You know, otherwise we don't see anything.
You're not very confident.
I'm not very confident that that we will just get them the way we really expect, but it's a very unfortunate situation. Ordinarily, by tomorrow, Monday, we should be able to get all the results, at least a reasonable number of results as to know.
Are you forgetting the riverine areas?
Even the riverine areas. What happened? The election took place in the same Saturday. I mean, even
because if collation starts by 5 p.m.
Yes.
in some of the states
yes.
In the south,
yes.
it will take a while. Because
but
the ones that
certainly not more than 24 hours from the time after elections and from the time they will get to the local government, and then transmission continues to the state. And once it gets to the state, it should be over. 24 hours is enough.
Mr.
Whatever it takes.
24 hours enough to for INEC to address those areas that didn't get to vote in Rivers, in Lagos as well.
No, the areas that didn't get to vote is a different thing. And I think that INEC, if it has institutional memory, it will know that there are areas that will have some issues. So one expects INEC to be ready for such things. Immediately it happens, those people will know there will be election the next day.
Okay.
Except there are security challenges which they need the security agencies to come into. Otherwise, we should have a template that gives us something to be done, so that those areas becomes isolated areas that we will get the results by Monday.
All right. We understand that collation of results is ongoing at Rivers West Senatorial District, but they've not announced anything yet. But Prof, let's have your last take on this matter, because, I mean, yes, there may be different things on social media in terms of what to expect, but who knows? Do you think, by any chance, that there might be marginal difference, or we should just ignore whatever you see there and wait for the one that comes through from INEC, maybe tomorrow or day after?
Well, we are required by law to ignore those ones anyway, and because only INEC has the authority to announce the results, and then, but however, they are very indicative. They give indications as to the direction of things. And I believe all the candidates, wherever they are, from the president, from the presidential candidate down to the House of Reps, they will be keenly monitoring even the media to know their performances from the various political units. And even the performance of the candidate from their own units. They are in the media, and they would have known by now how they are faring there. So it's very indicative, actually. But we are required to shut our mouth.
Okay, so no exit polls then. So everybody will just need to just hold on. Well, I appreciate you all talking to us today. But at the moment, Rivers West Senatorial District, no announcement made yet, but collation is going on. So everyone is waiting so eagerly about that to see what is going to become of that process. So it'll be interesting to see. So there you go. We've had an interesting session. Professor Tahir Maman, ON, Senior Advocate of Nigeria and Vice Chancellor, Bayes University. We also have Sulaiman Arigbabu, Southwest Coordinator of TMG, as well as Chukuma is a legal practitioner. Gentlemen, thank you all for joining us today on The Verdict. Well, that's The Verdict this session. Don't forget there'll be news on the hour. And then The Verdict will continue after post-stream. I'm Chamberlain Oso.
Thanks for watching. I am Gemba Oman.
And I'm Ayo Makinde. Have a wonderful one.